Alright guys, I guess now is as good a time as ever to show you guys what I do. What I have for my roadside kit. I call it roadside kit, but basically your basic, what you need to have, what you want to have on you whenever you're doing your roadside assistance. Now, the majority of the money you're going to save in this business is going to be doing your own maintenance and doing your own recovery. So let me show you guys what I have and show you what I wish I had. So first off, I have my triangles. You got to have those per DOT. If you're on the side of the road, put the triangles out. DOT regulation by the CDL test, if you're on the road for more than 10 minutes or within the first 10 minutes, you need to have those triangles out. All right, second thing I don't have, which I did, a light. I know at truck stops they sell those little circle flare lights, and you turn it on and it flashes. Nighttime, you wanna make sure you have something like that, some type of light to where trucks and cars can see you. All right, so let me jump right into it and show you guys what I have for my roadside kit while I change this tire, and I just gotta see that too. Okay. All right, so first of all, I have a tote. It's a cheapo tote I bought from Lowe's. It was like 20 bucks. All right, this holds all of my random spare stuff. Come up here. So, an impact drill. It makes taking the lug nuts off and on pretty quick. All right. The size that I have for my truck is this 24, number 24. This is a 1/2 inch socket. All right, it's one of those. You still gotta have one of these tire irons to tighten up. That drill, it gets it on and off quick, but it doesn't tighten it up tight enough. All right. Overkill, 20-ton jack. You don't need 20 ton, but the difference between 20 ton and a 10 ton was only like a few bucks, so I went bigger. All right. So, and then of course you gotta have your bars or your poles in order to take your tire off. All right, and then you need your, of course this comes with your bottle jack. It's your poles, bottle jack. Basically it's all you need. All right, some take your tire off with, some take lug nuts off with, and then a jack, compact jack. All right, once you get it in just like that, you're gonna take your tire iron. It has a square hole in it, just like that. Then you're gonna just crank it. This becomes a handle. You're gonna just lower down that tire, okay? Just crank it. That tire is gonna lower down from underneath your truck. There's a cap inside. Lift up on the tire. Take the cap from the side of it. Like that. Pops right out. Now your tire is free. Roll it around to the side. You need to replace it on. So have something nice and comfortable to sit on, to kneel down on. This is just a moving blanket I had. Used for loading and stuff. All right, go ahead and get started. First things first, go ahead and loosen these nuts. You're gonna have to use a crowbar to loosen them up, probably. You need to do that while it's on the ground because it has friction against it. Once you get them loose, you can use your impact to get them all the way off. So I was loose. Take my tire, my jack, get it in place. But there's a flat part right here. It's kind of reinforced, a little safer. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right there. Unscrew it to snug up against it, and then I'll start cranking it. Now I'm paying attention. If this don't get it, if it's not cranking, if it's not raising up high enough, then I'll know and I'll adjust it. And you can use a floor jack. That takes up space, takes up weight in the bed of your truck. So I use a bottle jack. Hopefully it's sufficient. Less space, less weight. And when you're jacking this up, you're going to get it jacked up enough to where the tire freely spins. You make sure you have enough clearance so that it freely spins. Now, if you have a flat tire, just keep in mind, once you put the inflated tire on, it's gonna you're gonna need to raise it up more. Okay, pop these out. Oops. That's a lot faster than having to twist it and crank it with the tire iron. Pop this off. Yeah, I'm sure you guys here in a second while I'm replacing this tire. You can tell it's pretty bulged. It's covered under warranty. I have a 5-year tire and wheel replacement warranty. It covers road hazards or whatever, so that'll be covered. Now, other tire on, you can see I had to raise up higher than what it was. Like I said, it's a flat tire, you're gonna have to raise up higher. Once you get those lined up, you lift it onto the nuts. Just like that. I know there are easier ways of doing it, but this is what I'm doing. All right, once you get those top ones on, the rest of them will line up. Now, what you're gonna want to do is go ahead and put these on. Do not tighten them; just get them flush. All right, just like that. You see the tire's still wobbling. Get them on by hand first. Everybody knows it. They'll tell you whenever you tighten it, there's a certain way you want to tighten them. All right, top 3 on. This bottom 3 on. Make sure the tire is all the way on that rim. And get everything lined up. Again, this impact is more just to speed the process along. Definitely not gonna be tight enough. Not enough power to get it tight as you want it. So, all those are snug. All right. By snug, I mean they're pushed onto the rim. I mean they're pushed onto the tire. Yes. So now what I'm gonna do is, whenever you tighten it, you want to go even pressure. So keep it all. This is what I do it. Start the top, then I go bottom. Tighten that one, tighten that one. All right. So now I go back to where I started. I move clockwise. Tighten that one, tighten that one. Back to where I started, clockwise. Tighten this one, tighten the one directly across from it. That was a little loose, I can feel it. All right. So that's how I do it. So start at the very top. Get that tight. Go to the bottom of it. Start here, go clockwise. Go to its bottom. So clockwise. Go across the middle. Clockwise. Go across the middle. Clockwise. We're back where we started. Alright. Now I said, this impact is not getting near as tight as I want to get it, but they're on there. So now I'm going to lower my jack, lower the tire back on the ground, and I'm going to hand tighten it with my tire iron. Same thing. Crowbar, get it tight. See how far I'm able to turn even after I use that impact. Go down, go opposite of what I just did. All the way down, as tight as I can tighten it. Those weren't real words I used. Get as tight as I can get it by hand. Okay? Started here, we're gonna go clockwise. Alright. Same pattern as before. Get it snug, get it tight. Go to its opposite, which is right here. And the reason you're gonna do this is to where you tighten it evenly. Because if not, if you over tighten one side, you're gonna pull all that pressure and tension, and when you go to tighten the other side, it's gonna be uneven. So you keep it opposite, where you tighten the tension on this side, tension on this side. Go clockwise, move down one. As tight as I get it. Now, once I start driving, which I'm gonna need to stop and get air in this tire, after about 50 miles or so, I'm gonna stop, recheck these and retighten. Just to make sure if they wobble or loosen, I catch it. Oh no, it took me about 15 minutes. I was going slow for demonstration purposes, but I mean, I changed trailer tires in like 7 minutes flat. So now, I'll show you guys why I changed the tire. All right, tire may look fine, all right, it may. Let me show y'all this. You can see it's bulged. That side, the inner, is bulged. You can't tell? Look at this, look at this pipe. All right, see how much difference it is where it's touching there? It ain't touching on this side. Same thing down there. It's unevenly worn. Camera doesn't do it justice, but this side is raised a lot higher than this side. So basically, the inside is worn down and it's bulged out. I don't know why. I can't tell why, but it was caused my truck to vibrate and shake. If you feel something, play around. Know your equipment, know your vehicle. If it feels weird, feels like, hey, it wasn't doing this a few miles ago or a few minutes ago, something's probably up. 9 times out of 10, if your truck is shaking and vibrating, it's tires. Before, I had a tire that was real splintered, pretty bad on the inside. I couldn't really tell. And I went and got a new tire. When I went to get a new tire, the guy pulled it off, and you can see splinters and wires poking out. He was like, man, you were probably about 15 to 20 miles away from losing this tire. And I was like, man, I'm glad I came in when I did. Show you guys the tire from here, so maybe I can see it. All right, see how uneven that tire is? You can kind of tell a little bit. See how it's raised up at the top? Yeah, it shouldn't be like that. It's uneven. Might be good. Boom. All right, anyway, so let's wrap it up. So you can, at this point, you can put that spare, that other tire where your spare was, or you can just raise your spare up and leave it there. But since I know I'm gonna get that tire replaced in the morning, I'm just throw it in bed in my truck. Put all my tools back where I got them from, so where I know where they're at, exactly where they're at next time. Remember, if you're doing this on the side of the road, make sure you have your warning triangles out, some type of light. Even if it's daylight out, just have some type of light, so maybe somebody doesn't see those reflectors, they can see the light. Be safe, and I'll see you guys next time.